On the heels of a shocking betrayal of World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman arrived at Raw with plenty to say in a WWE universe looking for explanations for their attack on the Visionary. Their promo headlined a show that featured 3 championship matches and an update on Rollins' status as world champion from Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. Find out what went down, how each segment rated out, and our instant analysis in this recap of last night's Raw from the Golden One Center in Sacramento, California. For this is Ridiculously Raw. Hey there, welcome everybody to another edition of Ridiculously Raw. I am, of course, we all know it's the most must-see show on YouTube and Streamy.com today. I am your host, Anthony Florio, joined as always by good old MF Michael Fletcher. We are awaiting perhaps the presence of the phenom Michael Bullock. If he comes in, we'll catch him up on what he missed. If not, then we'll hopefully have him back with us Thursday night for College Football Thursday. Let's not waste too much time. Let's dive right on in. You know how we do it by now. So Monday Night Raw, Golden One Center, Sacramento, California. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce took to the squared circle to announce an update on Seth Rollins' injury when Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman interrupted. Pearce revealed Rollins is fresh out of major surgery and will miss a considerable amount of time. He announced that he was stripping or removing the World Heavyweight Championship from the Visionary, and a battle royal would be held later in the show to determine who will face CM Punk for the now vacant World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event on November 1. Adam Pearce ordered Braun Breaker to hand over the world title, to which the badass responded, "What if I don't?" And after some establishment of dominance by Breaker, including demanding Pearce say please in return for the world title, Pearce received the belt. Heyman grabbed the microphone and said he did not leave Roman Reigns and betray CM Punk at WrestleMania to side with Seth Rollins, but rather because he knew Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were the future of the business. After rallying off Rollins' previous nicknames and saying he was neither of them, he called the Visionary a bum shoulder biatch and declared this a revision of the future. This was a solid opening promo segment in that it gave us the latest on the status of Rollins, announced a high-stakes main event for the show, and put the heels at the forefront. With that said, there was little in the way of substantive explanation for Breaker and Reed's attack on Rollins. It felt like cheap reasoning rather than a legitimate answer to the questions fans have had in the 7 days since the attack. Breaker looked like $1 million here, though, and the World Heavyweight Championship belt looked at home on his shoulder. He will be a World Heavyweight Champion. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, solid opening promo segment here. Not much more to say. MF, Rollins is out. He had the surgery. He's no longer the World Heavyweight Champion, as expected. And now it set up a huge battle royal in the main event. CM Punk's going to Salt Lake City. And Adam Pearce saying we're going to have a battle royal. But then Heyman's rebuttal. And wow, solid opening promo to start.
Yeah, I know. Solid opening promo to start. It is a tough deal. So yeah, it is a little bit of a raw deal. You just can't, you feel bad for it, and it is unfortunate for Seth Rollins, but it's a golden opportunity for one of these other men to get a shot at the world title. At the end of the day, yeah, it was a solid promo. We'll wait and see how it plays out. Nothing more to say. Anthony, it's yours.
You could call this, and unofficially, you could call last night's show Championship Monday, because we had 3 championship matches, and we're gonna talk about them all in succession here. Started off for the World Tag Team Championship. The champions, Finn Balor, JD McDonough, representing the Judgment Day, defending against the phenomenal AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Winners of the match in 13 minutes and 20 seconds, and new World Tag Team Champions, the phenomenal AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. AJ Styles with the Styles Clash on Finn Balor after Finn Balor tried to do it himself. Finn. AJ showed you how it was done. And last night, Bullock and I had a Raw chat, and we were throwing it up Fortune 4 style for the Phenomenal One. What a way to start his final year in WWE, because he's going to be retiring next year. Great way for him to go out. No doubt about that. So that's it. So MF, AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, new World Tag Team Champions. They win the titles in 13-20. Hit us with those magic words, Monsoon.
Yeah, I know what you're looking for. The history has been made. Unprecedented crowning, no doubt about it. It definitely is. What a week for AJ Styles, man. You know, he got a fight with John Cena. He went after Cena in a match. Then he got the ultimate goodbye when he got to retire in Japan. What a moment for him there. And now he comes back to the States and has captured the World Tag Team Championship. And, you know, I know a lot of people are giving a lot of flack for the fact that they won the titles and the way that they won the championship. And there is some people saying, like, well, okay, fine, they win the titles, yay for them. But the way that with everything that's been going on overall, there's just been a lot of different connotations or comments, whatever you want to call it. But AJ and Dragon Lee are nice, and it's great that they won the titles. We just got to wait and see how he plays out. But yeah, unbelievable. You could say 3 stars for the match. It was a solid matchup, to say the very least. But if you're JD McDonough and you're Finn Balor, you're absolutely furious at Dominic Mysterio right now, because of the fact that Dom kind of put them in the mess, you know, with his comments that he made, and he kind of stuck his neck out there, and unfortunately, JD and Finn did not back up their end of the bargain. They ended up losing the World Tag Team Championships, and maybe in a match that they didn't want or was not looking for, but because of Dominic's big mouth, it got him in trouble, and unfortunately, JD and Finn paid the consequences because they just lost their gold. Right now, there's only 2 belts hanging in the clubhouse, and that's both belonging to Dirty Dom. And actually, Dirty Dom's got to defend his title, and we'll get into that a little bit later on in the show. So, Anthony, it's yours.
And what I mean, AJ Styles winning the World Tag title is one thing, but what does this now mean for Dragon Lee? I mean,
yeah,
what a benefit for him. His first main roster championship.
Yeah, big win for him. A big moment in his career. Dragon Lee deserves it. And on top of that, he also has a bigger opportunity, because in about 5 days, on October 28th, he is fighting for the Mega Campeonato versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio in Heroes and Immortales, Heroes and Immortals. It's going down this Saturday night.
Okay. That's 4 days away.
Yeah.
The 25th. So, man, oh man, can you imagine Dragon Lee goes from winning in his one half of the World Tag Champions with AJ Styles, no less. Think of what that's going to do for his stock. His stock just elevated.
Yep.
And possibly becoming the Mega Campeon, although I don't see that happening. I really don't. So that would be something if it did happen, but it won't. But with all due respect, MF, I think you underscored this match a little bit. This was easily a 3.5 star, teetering on 3 3/4 of a star. Fantastic match that featured a lightning quick pace late and just enough chaos to keep fans guessing. This was a fantastic way to kick off the in-ring portion of last night's show, where we go from here with AJ and Dragon, and how the Judgment Day's loss affects the status of the stable should be fun to follow. And as MF mentioned, tension within the Judgment Day continued to rear its head as Balor and McDonough took exception to Dominic getting them into this title defense. Roxanne attempted to smooth things over with Dom to continue that story thread, and eventually set up the return of Liv Morgan. So business is going to pick up in that story soon enough. But 3.5, teetering on 3 3/4 of a star. Excellent match. Great moment. And AJ, what a way to start off his final year, becoming a tag team champion once again, and easily the biggest win of Dragon Lee's career on the main roster, winning his first main roster title. And he's now one half of the World Tag Team Champions with one of the greatest to ever do it in the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Awesome. All right. And speaking of that Intercontinental matchup, MF, here it is. Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship on the line. The champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, defending against Rusev. And the winner of the match in 9.5 minutes, and still the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, it is Dirty Dominic Mysterio. We really do not deserve Dominic Mysterio. He is as entertaining a wrestler as there is on WWE television right now. Just a hugely unlikable and, as a result, lovable bad guy. The match with Rusev is exactly what we thought it would be, and somehow still great fun. Solid 3 stars for the effort. No surprise with the outcome. And now it's going to start fueling those rumors even more so now. Now that Dominic has put Rusev in the rear mirror, we know what the rumors have been going around lately is Dominic Mysterio versus John Cena at Survivor Series at Petco Park in San Diego next month for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, the one championship that has eluded John Cena. Cena's won every other title. He's never been Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. That could change come Survivor Series, should that be the direction they go in. I've heard that is the direction they're going in, and I've also heard that that Cena will win the title. I'm hearing that the plan is for Cena to win the title and then defend it and drop it to Gunther at Saturday night's main event. That's just the rumors I'm hearing. So we got to wait and see how this all pans out. But I know we got a long way to go to get to that. But it's very exciting to think about. But solid 3 stars. No surprise with the outcome. So not much more to say. MF, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, still the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. He defeats Rusev, 9.5 minutes. And now let those Cena rumors for Survivor Series begin.
Yeah, solid win for Dom. 3 stars is my rating for it. I just thought, it was well done. So yeah, I really got nothing more to say. So Anthony, it's yours, and Dom still the champ.
Speaking of the Intercontinental Championship, MF, we go from the men's Intercontinental Championship to the women's Intercontinental Championship. The champion, your girl, the man, Becky Lynch, defending against the challenger in the biggest match of her career to this point, Maxxine Dupri. Winner of the match in 9 minutes and 45 seconds via disqualification is Maxxine Dupri. Maxxine wins the match, yes, but she does not win the championship because, as we all know, the only ways that a title can change hands, not just in WWE, but in professional wrestling altogether, is by pinfall or submission. That did not happen. Therefore, still, the Women's Intercontinental Champion is Becky Lynch. But, MF, because this was a disqualification victory, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Maxxine Dupri should be entitled to a rematch. Yes?
It would open the door for another opportunity. Even though she won the match and it was a DQ, normally that would mean that she doesn't lose any position. She would be recertified as number 1 challenger, and that she should be the next in line for the Intercontinental title. So yes, Maxxine won the match, even though it was by DQ, but by the letter of the law, she should get another opportunity at that title very soon. So yes, that normally the rules should be that she should get another opportunity at the gold. So yes. As far as the rating goes, I want to say it's about a 2.5 to 3 star bout. I really got nothing more to add. So Anthony, it's yours.
Yeah. Maxine Dupree has discovered herself between the ropes, and perhaps it was the guidance of Lynch. But she appears to be more confident than ever. She has breakout potential if WWE plays its cards correctly. Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree have tremendous chemistry, and while it took a little longer for the fans to get into the action, they were strongly behind Maxine in the closing moments. Becky's underhanded means of retaining her title likely means we will get another match out of this pairing, and it would not be surprising to see it take place at either Saturday night's main event or maybe even Survivor Series if they want to push it that way. But I think, in all honesty, I think Saturday night's main event would be the more ideal setting. That's just me, but we'll see. But 3 to 3.25 stars. Another very good match between those two. So, not much more to say. Let's get on to our next matchup here. As it was. Here we go, MF. Your current favorite, as it is the hottest thing going in women's wrestling today, the most popular and most over female wrestler in the in professional wrestling today. The women's world champion, the women's crown jewel champion, La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer, squaring off against Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez in Roxanne's corner. Non-title matchup. The women's world championship was not on the line. Would have made this championship Monday even bigger if it did, but that's okay. Winner of the match. Well, unfortunately, I do not have a time of the fall for this one. I'll get it in just a moment. Stephanie Vaquer wins the match, and after the match was over, we did get some extracurricular activity as Roxanne and Raquel attacking Stephanie Vaquer, and then Stephanie got saved by the one and only Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella makes her return, and there's no doubt about it. We're heading towards a tag team match, playa, with Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella squaring off against Raquel and Roxanne soon enough. Time of the fall, 12 minutes and 7 seconds. Excuse me. Stephanie Vaquer wins the match, 12:07. MF, no surprise about the outcome, but after it was over, we had well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I start this one off, correct? Yeah, because MF just had the other one. All right. The match between Stephanie and Roxanne was strong, as one would expect from the talent involved, but the commercial break ate away a large portion of the contest and hurt it. The return of Nikki Bella was interesting, but there is an established friendship between Nikki and Stephanie, so any tag team match between them and Raquel and Roxanne makes sense. So we'll leave it at that. 3.25, teetering on 3.5. Not much more to say. All right, MF. Now, Stephanie Vaquer, hottest thing going in women's wrestling today, and she continues to show you why she is our front runner for female wrestler of 2025.
Yeah, a good analogy. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Great win for her. And like you said, this is about a 3-star bout. I don't think there's really much more for us to say here. So, Anthony, let's just move on. It's yours.
Alrighty, and it announced that Bayley has a surprise for Lyra Valkyria. We'll see what happens with that next week. Okay, I do believe this is where we get the Battle Royal now. All right, so participants in no particular order: Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Sheamus, AJ Styles, El Grande Americano, Dragon Lee, Ivar, Rusev, Akira Tozawa, Otis, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, Penta, Grayson Waller, LA Knight, Kofi Kingston. Those are the participants for the Battle Royale. which ended up being our main event for this show last night. And the winner of the match in roughly 18 and a half minutes. And moving on to Saturday night's main event to take on CM Punk for the now vacant World Heavyweight Championship. Yeet. Main event, Jey Uso wins the Battle Royal. This is his second win in such a match, because we all remember back in February he won the Royal Rumble match. The most shocking and surprising men's Royal Rumble winner of all time. I know we're still saying that to this day. So, but he wins the Battle Royal here. So MF, Jey Uso, CM Punk for the vacant Heavyweight Championship of the World at Saturday night's main event. Jey Uso winning the Battle Royale, 18 and a half minutes roughly.
18 and a half minutes, fine win for him. And yes, congratulations to Jey Uso for getting an opportunity at the title. Well deserved. Great moment for him. But Anthony, I gotta call criticism on this. For Jey Uso to get an opportunity when you could have given this to LA Knight, you could have given this to Braun Breaker, you could have given this to anybody else. I don't understand the logic. And don't get me wrong, I really am happy for Jey. I really am. But the way he did it and how he did it should really be a cause to pause. He betrayed his own brother, Jimmy Uso, and helped and basically didn't save him when Jimmy saved him not once, but twice in that Battle Royale. And he basically didn't even save his own brother. And if you think about it, it looked like to me that he threw his brother over in that Battle Royale. Now, I get it. Every man for himself and everything else. I get that. But, dude, are you kidding me? So, Jimmy was furious, and rightfully so. That makes me believe that Jimmy will screw Jey over, and CM Punk is about to become the heavyweight champion of the world after when we get out of Salt Lake City and Saturday night's main event. Just my personal thoughts. 3 stars for the Battle Royale. Anthony, it is all yours.
As we always say, Battle Royals are a tough sell most of the time, thanks in large part to the punch and kick heavy nature of them. This did a good job of meshing ongoing storylines and teasing new rivalries along the way, making for a much more entertaining and fun version of this match than we are used to out of WWE. I understand the criticism of Jey Uso, but hear me out on this. Jey Uso showing his true colors, tossing brother Jimmy to the floor the moment he was no longer of use to him, is a textbook Roman Reigns move, and further demonstrated how much closer the former world champion is to becoming like his cousin. And the visual of Jimmy watching from the floor as Jey came face to face with CM Punk could well foreshadow his involvement in the title match on Saturday night's main event, as MF mentioned. And, but in a way, I mean, you know I love Jey Uso. I mean, you know how much Bullock and I love Jey Uso. You know how much Bullock and I love to do the yeet and all that good stuff. We all do. But if I'm going to be honest with you, they got this one wrong. It should have been LA Knight. With all of the recent interactions between CM Punk and LA Knight, and especially those very good promo battles those two were having, those back and forth verbal exchanges on the mic, 2 of the best to ever do it. I honestly thought for sure LA Knight was going to win this match. Anna Pierce keeping Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, kicking them out of the Battle Royale. A little bit of a Bush League move. If I'm going to be really honest with you, it should have been Braun Breaker. But if it wasn't going to be Braun Breaker, it should have been LA Knight. Braun Breaker is going to be the World Heavyweight Champion. He is going to become the World Heavyweight Champion. A theory that I came across earlier, they want to save it for a bigger stage. They want to save it for a stage bigger than Saturday night's main event. And soon enough, Braun Breaker will get his moment. But it's going to be on a bigger stage. And in a way, I can understand that. But as much as I love Jay and I love the whole Yeet movement and all that, I'm a proud member of that Yeet movement as well as Bullock is. I'm sorry, they got it wrong. It should have been LA Knight. LA Knight was right there. You could have done that. But it's still going to be a good match. It's still going to be a good match. And I do believe CM Punk will become the new World Heavyweight Champion come Saturday night's main event. Unless something screwy really happens. You never know. But anyways, 3 1/4, 3.5. And I think that's about the correct rating. So I'll tell you what, overall thoughts. There was nothing bad on this show. I mean, not everything was great, but there was nothing. But I mean, all the matches were solid to good to great. I can give this a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, Raw continues to be the best television product in WWE each week, with all due respect to SmackDown. And NXT, of course. The World Tag Team title match was a great one that crowned new champions and set the tone for the rest of the show. Dominic successfully retaining against Rusev and finding a new way to cheat his way to victory was a ton of fun. And the women's division brought it again in 2 different matches. The high-stakes main event set up by the opening promo segment was a nice exclamation point on the show, while the latest in Jey Uso's reversion to the dark side wrote its latest chapter. This was a great show with storyline advancements, a couple of killer lines from Becky Lynch to Paul Heyman, and a meaningful main event that sets the stage for a huge primetime special. Solid 8 out of 10 for me. Not much more to say. MF, last night's show kind of felt like a mini PLE. Because 3 title matches, a huge battle royale, a nice women's grudge match, and nothing on that show sucked last night. All the matches, like I said, solid to good to great. So, solid 8 out of 10. That's the best I can go. So, very good show. I was very pleased with it. Stacked card from top to bottom. And I don't know what else there is to say. So MF, for me, it's a solid 8 out of 10. Let's get your overall review here, and then we'll get into NXT, which was another, hate to say it, but another show after that incredible showdown we had a couple weeks ago. But all right, okay.
Sorry about that. I had to unmute my mic. 8 out of 10. You're right. Nothing more to add. So let's just go quickly into the NXT.
From the CWC, as always, the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. The annual Halloween Havoc premium live event for NXT is approaching on Saturday night. And while we might not have Shotzi Blackheart to host this year's festivities, WWE is trying to make sure the show lives up to its reputation. Tonight's episode of NXT saw the beginning of the tournament to find a new contender for El Grande Americano and the Men's Speed Championship. Stars from Evolve and NXT were involved. We also saw NXT champion Trick Williams and Ricky Saints sign the contract for their Halloween Havoc title match. Let's take a look at everything that happened on tonight's NXT. The show opened with the Culling coming out to the ring. All of the focus was on Tatum Paxley since she is the number 1 contender for JC Jane in the Women's Championship. She was met with "You deserve it" chants from the crowd and gave a babyface promo about the crowd standing by her side. She was eventually interrupted by JC Jane and the new Fatal Influence that includes Fallon Henley and their now newest member, Lainey Reed. Jane dished out her usual trash talk and promised to defeat Paxley this weekend. Izzy Dane tried to step in, but Paxley insisted on handling it herself. She told Jane that she is facing the same doubts the champion faced, and she is going to prove everyone wrong by winning the title. A fight broke out, which ended with Fallon Henley barely saving Jane from taking Paxley's finisher. Decent segment considering it was the first time Paxley had a promo like this with her as the focus. It had some moments when it felt like they were reading from a script, but overall it wasn't bad. And it made sense for Paxley to give a pure babyface promo even when her group is on the heel side. But her popularity could force management to turn the culling into babyfaces. You never know. And you notice Shawn Spears looked like a proud papa sitting in the corner watching Tatum Paxley in this segment. So that's the story there. MF, I don't know if you want to give a quick thought on it. If you want to, feel free. Or if not, we can just move on to our first match of the night.
You know what? I'm going to say this, Anthony, and you don't need to mute the mic here.
Okay.
I felt very compelled by what Tatum said. It felt authentic. Like it was a very powerful promo for a girl that never ever gets the spotlight. I thought this was a well done. I was thoroughly impressed. And I don't get that impressed, or I never get affected by promos. I don't. I'm not one of those that hangs on every word that a person says. If something's good, okay, I'll be like, all right, fine, whatever. I don't know what it was, but for me, for Tatum, I felt it. I felt something that it connected. And I'm like, damn. Okay, girl. Well done. Like, it makes me and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it makes me want to see her now become the NXT Women's Champion.
Yes.
It does. I think now obviously we've been begging, we've been hoping, we've been pleading for JC to lose the belt for a little while now. And I don't think they're going to do it. I think she's got this belt almost as locked up as the former Fatal Influence leader, Fatal Attraction leader, Mandy Rose, when she had a vice grip on the NXT Women's title. It looks like they might have put a vice grip on the NXT Women's title for JC Jane now. But if there was ever a time and an individual that probably would be perfect for the NXT title right now, it's Tatum Paxley. Plus with the storyline, with Izzy, and once in a rare while we'll see Lyra pop up, Lyra Valkyria, the Valkyrie. Does she get involved on
Saturday?
On Saturday,
very possible.
That's the thing that I want to see, because if they're gonna try to keep the calling heels, maybe something between, Izzy being the bad birdie, where Lyra is the good little angel, Izzy the evil little devil in the head of Tatum. So you get the mixed bag of, good girl, bad girl, kind of keep her in the middle here. Maybe that's probably the route that they want to do. I don't know. But I know one thing's for sure. After the promo I heard, it makes me want to see Tatum Paxley now become the NXT Women's Champion.
Fair enough. Michael Bullock has arrived, so come on in, Bullock. We're going to catch you up, as I always do. So, all right. So let's get Bullock caught up right now. Excuse me. Monday Night Raw last night, Sacramento. We had that opening promo segment where Adam Pearce made the announcement that Seth Rollins had the surgery and he's going to be out. And he's no longer the World Heavyweight Champion. He announced the Battle Royal for later in the show, of course. And then Heyman with that scathing promo afterwards. And it led us into our first match of the night. Finn Balor and JD McDonough defending the World Tag Team Championship against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Winners and new champions in 1320. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. So, Michael Bullock, come on in. Let's get your thoughts. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, the new World Tag Team Champions, winning it in 1320.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this about, excuse me, 3.5 stars on this one. I mean, yeah, I mean, good for AJ Styles and Dragon Lee to be the new champs, and you gotta wonder. I mean, and I even asked you this, Wario, is this the last title that AJ Styles could have? Because remember, next year he's retiring.
That's right.
We'll see. We'll see as once his retirement tour starts. So that's all I'll say.
Dominic Mysterio versus Rusev Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Dominic Mysterio successfully defends in 9:30.
I'll give this somewhere from 2.5 to 3. I mean, obviously the outcome was never in doubt. I mean, the feeling was Dominic was still going to retain, and now we got to see what's next for Dominic.
Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree wins the match via disqualification. 9:45. Becky hit her with the belt, and as we saw during our Raw chat last night, and well, obviously it means Maxine's gonna is in line for a rematch down the road.
Exactly. I mean, because she did win by DQ, and she is probably going to get another shot. And I'll tell you what, she really pushed Becky to the limit. To the point that Becky had to use the title as a weapon. And I think she knew she was pushed to the limit and was literally on the verge of possibly losing the title. But she will get her another opportunity. I can guarantee you that. When? Who knows?
Stephanie Vaquer versus Roxanne Perez. Stephanie Vaquer wins the match in 12:07.
3.25, 3.5. I mean, this was a fun match, but I mean, after the match, of course, Raquel and Roxanne, it looked like they were going to get the best of Stephanie Vaquer, but WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella comes to make the save, and I smell a tag team match, playa.
Yep, absolutely. And then it was the Battle Royal. The winner of the Battle Royal in 18:30. Yeet. Main event, Jey Uso.
Yeet.
So it'll be Jey Uso versus CM Punk at Saturday night's main event for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship.
What did you give it? Because
we gave it 3.25. We gave it around 3.25, teetering on 3.5.
Yeah, 3.25 for me as well. So, yeah, CM Punk and Jey Uso at Saturday night's main event. So, and there was a lot of people who were not happy about how Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed that were just pulled from it. I mean, even Derek.
They're saving Braun Breaker to win the title on a bigger stage.
Well, because remember, I mean, I did see Derek's video, and he's like, "Why did you pull Braun from this?"
He's not wrong.
Well, he ain't wrong, but again, like you just said, I think they're saving it for him to win the title at a bigger event because, I mean,
that belt looked perfect on him.
Yeah, it looked perfect on him. I mean, maybe not Survivor Series. I mean, no. Maybe the Royal Rumble.
Saudi? I don't know.
I said maybe.
Maybe. But still, it's Saudi.
I mean, the only thing I can think of, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe you pull the trigger at WrestleMania and you give him the World Heavyweight title then.
There you
because
go.
I kind of feel like CM Punk is gonna, because of the fact, depending on how long how long Seth Rollins is out, I could see Punk now taking this belt all the way to WrestleMania. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's gonna happen is Punk wins the title. I think Breaker wins the Royal Rumble in Saudi and then goes after CM Punk. And then that's your main event for
So
WrestleMania.
yeah, so to all the people who are saying, "Oh, Braun Breaker should get the title right away," relax. He'll get it. They're going to save it for a bigger stage, and we all agree it's going to be WrestleMania.
I do want to emphasize one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Braun Breaker deserves the World Heavyweight Championship after the actions that he pulled on Seth freaking Rollins? Because that's the question I would ask. Because why would you reward a guy for beating down the guy who's supposed to be your mentor, your leader? I mean, two wrongs don't make a right here.
I would say no.
Two wrongs don't make a right. And that was the thing. I think that's why Pierce pulled him out of the fight. To punish Braun Breaker, punish Bronson Reed for their actions that led to Seth Rollins surrendering the WWE World Heavyweight title. Why do you reward them for something like that? I think it makes logical sense. In my expert opinion, it makes logical sense why Breaker and Bronson were left out of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
How on earth do you justify them being involved in the fight when it's them who injured Seth Rollins in the first place?
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, Florio, Fletch makes some valid points.
He does make a valid point. You're absolutely right.
I know there's people who are saying, I mean, he should get it sooner, but the thing is, like Fletch just said, how can you reward someone who took out the guy who guided you and made you a part of the vision? I mean, and again, you expect him to be handed the title? I mean, you have to earn it, and unfortunately, you didn't earn it because of your actions. Not just you, but Bronson Reed. So, but don't worry, folks. He'll get his moment. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, to all those people who are ranting, saying, "Oh, he should be in the hunt now," they're going to build him. That's all I'll say.
Overall review. We gave it 8. We gave it 8 out of 10. What says you?
Yeah, 8 out of 10 for me as well. So now let's get into NXT for the ones that I missed out on.
Yep, and I'm going to catch you up on that right now as well. It was first. Well, we had a promo segment. MF Tatum Paxley cutting a promo, interrupted by Fatal Influence, and if you want to give a quick thought on it, feel free, or we could just move on to the first match.
What are we talking about here?
Promo segment. Tatum Paxley started the show, cutting a promo, interrupted by Fatal Influence, hyping up their women's title match for Halloween Havoc, and MF and I were very impressed by Tatum's promo. I don't know. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Did you guys talk about it?
Yes, we did. I want to get your thoughts on it. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was a good promo. I mean, obviously, it really wasn't anything that special to write home about, but I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. So with that being said, I believe we're all caught up now. So we'll have MF start off on the first match of the night. X Division Championship on the line. The champion, Leon Slater, with Javon Evans in his corner, defending against Channing Stacks Lorenzo, Ariana Grace in his corner. Winner of the match in 10 minutes and 52 seconds, and still the TNA X Division champion. It is Leon Slater, but wait, there's more. Enter Triple A's La Parca and Mr. Iguana with La Yesca. And it was announced that this Saturday night at Halloween Havoc, it will be Leon Slater and Javon Evans squaring off against La Parca and Mr. Iguana. MF, I swear I could hear you marking out from a mile away.
Oh my God, this is crazy. La Parca and Mr. Iguana together. Oh my God, I could not believe this. This could be fight of the night. This could be the fight of the night. I'm telling you right now. These four are really good in the ring. Now I know a lot of people are like, La Parca, really? And I'm like, well, as many of you guys know, this is the third iteration of La Parca. The original is LA Park. The second one was La Parca, but he passed away. And they did this new iteration of La Parca about less than a year ago. This La Parca was because of a agreement from the second family that AAA wanted it to bring the La Parca name back, and the family gave the blessing for this man to become the new La Parca. It was a mutual agreement. I guess he is a distant friend or somebody who is close to the second La Parca who died, and that's why we got La Parca back in AAA. And Mr. Iguana, well, if you haven't seen Mr. Iguana in Worlds Collide, Triple Mania, any AAA show, you already know this guy is, without a doubt, one of the biggest names, one of the coolest guys in professional wrestling today. This guy was an overnight sensation. People loved him. And now here we are. And the crowd, anywhere he goes, he's recognized. So to see them, and now you get to team him up with basically the human joystick in Javon Evans and Leon Slater, who you could say maybe could be the breakout star of the year in TNA. I mean, what? Are you kidding me? 2.5 to 3 stars for the fight with Channing Stacks and Lorenzo. That was a solid matchup, but I'm just fantasizing about what the hell is about to happen at Halloween Havoc on Saturday, because oh my freaking God, when I heard this, I damn near fell out of my chair. Shut up and take my money, Peacock. You're already taking enough out of me. I'll give you another. I'm willing to give you another 10 for this. Bullock, it's yours.
You called it, Bullock. You said he was going to say, shut up and take my money when we had our little chat earlier.
I told you. I told you he was going to say it, Florio. I mean, and I'll say it right now. This tag team match, it's going to steal the damn show. I mean, when you got La Parca and Mr. Iguana against Javon Evans and Leon Slater, whew, all I can say is this is going to be freaking awesome. 2.5 to 3. I mean, for the match, but I mean, yes, all the other matches, Florio, on this Halloween Havoc is going to be good, but this match here is going to steal the damn show and then some. As I give it to you, Florio.
Oh, most definitely. Okay, just all right. I can honestly call this fight of the night, honestly. First half of the match was decent. Second half was a lot more exciting. Slater accidentally knocked Ariana off the apron when she was trying to help Stacks cheat. But Javon Evans caught her in her arms, and Slater scored the win with a 450 splash to retain the title. And then, of course, the big announcement that at Halloween Havoc, it will be Javon Evans and Leon Slater squaring off against La Parca and Mr. Iguana. I mean, holy hell, that is going to be something else. So, 3 1/4, 3.5 for the match. Speed tournament matches. These are cutout matches, obviously. Unless you guys want to talk about them, feel free. But if not, I don't blame you. We're going through the speed tournament just like we did with the women. So El Grande Americano needs a new challenger for his men's speed championship. First up, it was TNA's Zachary Wentz squaring off against NXT's Jasper Troy. Jasper Troy, the winner of LFG Season 1. Jasper Troy winning the match 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So he advances to the semifinal matchup. And we'll find out who his opponent is a little bit later on. And then from there, okay. A Dark State promo aired where they hyped up their upcoming tag title match against the Hardys at Halloween Havoc. The promo gets cut off by Matt and Jeff at the infamous Hardy compound. Uh-oh. Where they hyped the match. Jeff made sure to say hi to Matt's father-in-law, Senor Benjamin. And then they walked over to the Lake of Reincarnation. Sunk inside. Random Hocus Pocus appeared. And who comes out of the Lake of Reincarnation? Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero. I knew you'd come. And at Halloween Havoc, gentlemen, the Hardys and Dark State NXT Tag Team Championships will now be contested in a Broken Rules match.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Yes.
MF,
I gotta.
you were
You
quick
gotta
to
do
pull
it.
that trigger. Oh, Broken Rules.
I got a bad feeling. I think somebody is about to fade away and classify themselves as obsolete.
Obsolete.
Yes.
He even did it during the promo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dark State.
So
I was thinking of you immediately. That was your thing.
this
Oh,
That
Dark
this was my
State,
you
Dark
you
State,
know
Dark State.
it's one thing if you deal with the Hardy Boys, but when you get into the wacky world of the Broken Universe of Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero,
With Queen Rebecca.
it's about to get ugly. This is it. It just I'm trying to think of it, but you know that Broken Universe. It's about to go down, and it's about to get very evil and dark. Can Dark State handle it? Can they come out of this in one piece? Because the only problem is that you're talking about the Hardys, man, and you're talking, and especially in this incarnation, I'm shocked that, and I'm probably even grateful that this was an inchweed. It's 3 and the D. So anyway, Anthony, it's yours.
Well, Michael Bullock, how do you follow that? My gosh.
All I can say is Dark State, Dark State, Dark State. You just opened up Pandora's box. And this is one box that you probably should have kept shut when you decided to mess with the Hardys last week. And now you're getting Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero. Oh, may God have mercy on your souls, because you get these two, chances are it is not gonna end well. So
No.
because guess what, Dark State? If the Hardys have it their way, you're gonna get sentenced to Dalisha! Yeah.
Get the green beans ready. Yes. The Hardy compound.
Oh Lord, the green beans. The one thing I hated the most about that whole thing was Anthony's obsession with the green beans. I'm sorry. I never liked green beans. I'm every time he talked about the green beans thing, I was done. I'm done. That's where I exit stage left on that one. You know, you can go ahead, Bullock. You know the quote. You know where I'm going with that. You did it once before.
The Snagglepuss.
The Snagglepuss.
Exit stage left.
Yeah, that's why I'd be going. I say see ya.
Right even.
Basically, it would be. I would be pulling the Eric Carmen from I'd be pulling the Eric Carmen from South Park. Screw you guys! I'm going home. Home.
Oh, the Hardy compound, man. Mm-hmm. You got Queen Rebecca, you got Senor Benjamin, and you got the little ones. You got Maxwell, you got Wolfgang, and you got the two other little ones. They got 4 of them now. So, oh boy, Dark State. May God have mercy on your souls, sons. That's all there is to say. Well, while this show may not have been the best show, it was a newsworthy one for a myriad of reasons. That was one of them. Let's get to another newsworthy moment. In-ring segment. Sol Ruca, Zarya, and General Manager Ava. We returned from a break to see Ava in the ring with Sol Ruca and Zarya. Ruca was on crutches and said she was injured in her tag match against Charlotte and Alexa last Friday night on SmackDown. As a result of that, she is not cleared to defend the North American Championship on Saturday night against Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe comes out and says she will happily take the title since the champion is unable to defend it. Zarya says she doesn't deserve it, and she offers to step in and defend the title for Sol. Ava left the decision up to Sol, who agreed to let Zarya take her place. Monroe threw a fit until Zarya slammed her to shut her up. And a very predictable segment from the moment it began. It's unfortunate that Sol Ruca is dealing with another injury and is unable to compete. Hopefully she recovers quickly. But so, gentlemen, we as the old saying goes, cards subject to change, and we got ourselves a big change here. Zarya, Blake Monroe for the NXT Women's North American Championship. So that's the story. So, all right. Moving on. We had the next speed tournament matchup. Representing Friday Night SmackDown, we had Axiom. And representing Evolve, we had Sean Legacy. Axiom wins the match with 2 seconds remaining. 2:58, the time of the fall. Axiom wins. So next week, it will be Axiom versus Jasper Troy. And the winner of that match will challenge El Grande Americano for the men's speed championship down the line. And Ethan Page cuts a promo where he hyped his Dia de los Muertos match against El Hijo del Dr. Wagner at Halloween Havoc. And then we had Lucien Price and Bronco Nima, OTM, out the mud against Hank and Tank. OTM wins the match in 3:36. No need to rehash that. And it leads us into the main event. Well, the final match when it comes to the matches portion. JC Jane and Lainey Reed representing Fatal Influence against Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame. And it was JC Jane and Lainey Reed winning the match in 10-11. But after the match was over, Tatum Paxley got the best of JC Jane. Uh-oh. Oh, no. You know what that means, guys.
That's not good. That's not
Casey
good.
Jane is
Booking
retaining.
101.
Yeah, that I was not. When I saw that, I was like, God damn it! I knew it too. I
I
was like,
really wanted her to
Same
win
thing
it,
with Lola.
but after what we saw, nope. JC's
No.
retaining.
that yeah.
Who leads off on this?
I think
Bullock.
I think
Bullock.
I do.
All
Yeah.
right.
Bullock.
Bullock, your thoughts? We had a lot of those cutout matches, those speed matches, and that short tag match. This is the next relevant thing here. JC Jane, Laney Reed winning the match over Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame 10-11.
Yeah, I'll give this about 3 stars. I mean, yeah, as soon as I saw that happen, I was like, well, yeah. I mean, Tatum Paxley. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a 3-on-1 beatdown, but Tatum held her own. But as soon as I saw that happen, I'm like, yeah, JC's retaining at Halloween Havoc. As much as I really want to see Tatum Paxley win it. So nothing more to say. It's yours.
Yeah. All 4 women brought good energy to this match. JC Jane has grown so much over the last few years and feels like a complete performer now. Everything she did, whether on offense or defense, looked great. It might surprise some people to hear this, but this ended up being the fight of the night from an entertainment standpoint. JC Jane able to get the win for her team by pinning Tatum Paxley, while Laney Reed and Fallon Henley attacked Izzy Dame at ringside. After it was over, Paxley ended up taking out all 3 members of Fatal Influence by herself before posing with the NXT Women's Championship. And it would have made more sense for JC to weasel her way out of this match and having Fallon Henley compete instead. That would have been more effective. But, it is what it is. 3 3.25. That's the best I can do. So MF, Fatal Influence winning at 10-11, but Tatum got the last word.
3 3.25, no doubt about it. Nothing more to say. Florio, go.
All right, and we get into the final thing of the night. The contract signing between Trick Williams and the NXT champion Ricky Saints closed the show. Pretty standard contract segment. Both men talk some trash, but Ricky Saints definitely had the better half of the exchange. Predictably, it broke down into a fight. It ended with Trick being put through the table that was there for their signing. Is that booking 101? Could we be on the verge of Trick Willie regaining the NXT championship for a 3rd time?
I don't think so. I think because it's too soon to put the belt off, and there's been rumors that Trick Williams might actually be heading to the main roster. So I have to say no. I think right now, I think we're in the world of the revolution right now.
Yeah, I say no as well.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, dropping the title to Trick Williams, it would mean that it's almost like they're burying Ricky Saints.
That's
I mean,
true.
It would make absolutely 0 sense if they do that. I mean, if God
You would
forbid, if it
you
does
expect
happen,
you would expect that from another company. You don't expect that from WWE. But then again, WWE has done like that other company before. So I mean, we all remember the days
with the previous
administration. I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's So with that being said, let's get to the overall review. MF, you started off. Yeah.
Like you said, not a great episode. Meh, at average.
Couple of newsworthy
It was
moments.
a 50 couple of newsworthy moments. Agreed. I kind of feel like this is a 50-50 show. 5 out of 10. I'm literally right in the middle. Michael Bullock, it's yours.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, 5 out of 10 for me. I mean, there's really nothing more to say. You got the final say on this one, Florida, before we get to Thursday Night Football.
And we're going to hold off, and due to time constraints, we're going to hold the Halloween Havoc preview until Thursday. the college football docket this week's a mixed bag anyway. There are some good games, yes, but there's also some ones in there too. It's a middle of the road docket. So I think we can get through that quickly enough and then get to the preview of Halloween Havoc after that. All right. As far as this is concerned, there were some positives. Tonight's episode helped advance some storylines and set things up for Halloween Havoc Saturday, but it was not the most memorable show when it came to the in-ring action. The 2 speed matches were too short to be memorable, which is unfortunately the case for every match in that division. Women's tag match was one of the highlights of the show, as was Slater and Stax in their X Division title bout. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves that NXT is a developmental system and won't provide the same level of quality as the main roster. But the show still needs to be good enough to entice fans into coming back every week. Recently, it just hasn't had that kind of momentum. It was like that tonight, and it was also that way last week too. The last good show they had was obviously 2 weeks ago when they had the big showdown special with TNA. That was amazing. The last 2 weeks, blech. Sorry. 5 out of 10. I completely agree with these guys. So let's wrap it up with Thursday Night Football coming up this Thursday night. And we decided to do some cross-flexing here, gentlemen. This has been cross-flexed into our number 3 game of the week. The Minnesota Vikings squaring off against the Los Angeles Chargers from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. This, of course, on Amazon Prime Video. And you already know who's working that, of course. That would be the legendary Al Michaels alongside of Kirk Herbstreit and Kaylee Hartung. And the spread favors the Chargers. Los Angeles opening up as a 3-point favorite. And in the series history, just bear with me for just a moment. Got to scroll down to find it here. It's in here somewhere. Okay. Minnesota leads the all-time series 8-7, but the Chargers won the last meeting 2 years ago in Minnesota, 28-24. Last meeting in Los Angeles, 2021, Minnesota won 27-20. Chargers last beat the Vikings at home in 2011, 24-17. So let's get into this here, guys. All right. Ugh. A lot of pop-ups here. All right. Will J.J. McCarthy get a chance to start against his college coach? Carson Wentz has split the last 4 starts in his place. Chargers are 2-1 straight up at home, but they've given up 27 or more points the last 3 weeks. Could be a toss-up game here, guys. J.J. McCarthy may return at quarterback for Minnesota just in time to face his old Michigan coaches Jim Harbaugh and Jesse Minter in Los Angeles. The Vikings defense is tough on the run, but the Chargers will be fine with aggressive passing downfield again at home with Justin Herbert, while Harbaugh and Minter find some get-well D versus either the familiar McCarthy or the erratic Carson Wentz. Either way, I'm going with the Los Angeles Chargers to win this game. My final score, 24-20. Give me the Chargers over the Vikings. MF, we've decided to cross-flex this. This is our number 3 game of the week because we got dealt literally a bad hand this week. Oh, boy. Oh.
Yeah.
So
one of the worst hands I've ever seen.
Boy, howdy, I'll tell you.
Give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to win. They can bounce back. I know that a lot of people's got a lot of doubts about them. Minnesota definitely can have a couple of bright spots. Carson Wentz is starting. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I think the Chargers are going to win it. It's going to be a close game. So Bullock, it's yours.
Take us home, Bullock.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers as well. So yeah, there's really nothing more to say. So put a wrap on it.
All right, and that will indeed put the bow on this latest edition of Ridiculously Raw. We want to thank you all so very much for tuning in as always. We'll be back with you again on Thursday night 10:30, right back here on the Tone 25 for the, I can't believe I'm already saying this, Week 9 edition of TXN Sports World College Football Thursday. We got a mixed bag of games, some good, some but we'll get through those as quickly as we can so we can do the preview of NXT Halloween Havoc. Excuse me. And then Friday night, NFL Friday, Week 8 edition. We'll recap the Vikings and the Chargers, and we'll get into all the remaining games of week number 8. 6 teams on bye this week. We'll get into all of that on Friday. And then Saturday, Cerebral Smack Talk. We got Friday Night SmackDown and a recap of NXT Halloween Havoc. That'll be on the next channel, Braceway 95. So that is it. And then, of course, 1 week from tonight, we do it all over again with Ridiculously Raw, where we will have Monday Night Raw, NXT's fallout from Halloween Havoc, and we will preview the Thursday night game of next week, the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. What looked like a great game on paper. Oh boy, not so much now. So that's it. So until Thursday night for College Football Thursday, this is Anthony Floyer here for the phenom Michael Bullock and his spirit, good old MF Michael Fletcher, and always and forever our First Lady Dee Dee Woodson. You're the routine, everybody. Thumbs up. Talk to you later. Yeah, go to Fortune 4 style. Bye for now, my friends. God bless. Be good to each other. Have a blessed couple of days, and until Thursday night for College Football Thursday, you've been watching Ridiculously Raw right here on the Tone 25 on YouTube and Streamia.com. Remember, my friends, no matter what anyone tells you, beyond anything else, wrestling is indeed actually real. For everybody who's been a part of this one, for now, Anthony Florio, so long, and bye, everybody, bye.